Hello students, welcome back to the English vlog. Today in this video I am going to cover the explanation of poem 2, which is geography lesson. Now first of all let's discuss the title. The title of the poem is Geography Lesson. What do you mean by geography? Geography is like the physical arrangement of a place. When we try to study certain physical features of a particular place, like its climatic condition, its population, what are its other natural or relief features, that study is known as geography. So let's see from this poem what poet is trying to tell us. The poet of this poem is Zulfikar Ghosh, about whom you have to find out certain information and write it down in your notebook in the title of author description. Now let's read out this. Can you imagine what your city would look like if you saw it from 10,000 feet above the ground? Neatly planned and perfect in proportion like a geometric design. It would strike you as something very different from what it actually is while you are in the thick of it. Now basically there are certain questions that the poet is trying to ask here. That कि आप imagine कर सकते हो कि जब आप sky में होगे बहुत सारे feet above in the sky, and when you will try to look at your city from the upper view, how would it look? कैसा दिखेगा वो आपको? प्रोबेबली एक नीटली प्लान स्ट्रक्चर जैसा दिखेगा, एक वेल प्लान सिटी जैसा, एक ज्योमेट्रिक डिज़ाइन जैसा, जो एक परफेक्ट मेजरमेंट और प्रपोर्शन में बनाया गया है. या फिर आपको ऐसा स्ट्राइक होगा दैट इट इज़ लुकिंग वेरी मच डिफरेंट देन व्हाट इट एक्चुअली इज़ वाइल यू आर इन द थिक ऑफ इट. मीन्स जब हम हमारी सिटी में होते हैं या हमारे पर्टिकुलर प्लेस में होते हैं तो वो हमें वैसी नहीं दिखेगी जैसी हमें नॉर्मली दिखती है व्हेन वी आर अप इन द स्काई so many feet above the ground. Here is a poet's description of just such a view of the city and some questions that come to his mind. So here poet is also describing such a view of his city from the upper view, like he is imagining that if he would be in the sky and if would have to look at his city from such great height, what it would look and what kind of thoughts comes in his mind while looking at it. Let's read out the poem. When the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had. Seeing it scaled 6 inches to the mile, there seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard, unplanned and without style when the jet sprang into the sky. Now, here sprang means rise. So, जब jet जो होता है वो take off करता है, it launches into the sky. So, when the poet reaches a certain distance up in the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had. Now he could have a clear picture of how the city had been actually developed and how it was planned and why it looks the way it looked when he is into it. Seeing it scaled 6 inches to the mile means each and every way the city was planned in a proper proportion with proper measures and scale. There seemed an inevitability, but along with the way the city was planned, he also saw something that was unavoidable. Inevitability here means something which is necessary, something which you cannot avoid. About what on ground had looked haphazard. Now at times he felt that the city had not been developed in a proper way, in proper proportions, in balance with the nature. It looked little bit unplanned and without style because it was not developed taking into consideration proper measurement or proportions. It was developed based on the necessities of the people. So when the jets rised into the sky, it launched into the sky, the poet looked to his city in such a manner. He thought that the city was not well planned, it was planned as per the necessities of the people. Now further, next stanza. When the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities where the rivers ran and why the valleys were populated. The logic of geography, the land and water attracted men, was clearly delineated when the jet reached 10,000 feet. Now the jet moves a little bit much more higher in the altitude. Now it has reached the height of 10,000 feet. Now when the poet reached at the height of 10,000 feet, he can clearly see that why various countries were divided into different cities and why cities were developed where the rivers ran. Now we all know that the first most civilization developed in India was on the bank of river. People used to get settled down near the banks of river because of the easy availability of water. With the help of water they can do different kind of activities, because whatever is useful in so many different ways. We can use it for drinking, for cooking. Even when people started growing crops, they needed water. So for irrigation facilities also they needed water. So usually people used to settle down near the river banks so that they can have easy availability of water resources. And he also understood that why valleys were populated. Now valleys, what are valleys? Valleys are like a region between two land or mountains from which the river is passing through. So again, easy availability of water. So that is why these places were highly or densely populated, because of the easy availability of natural resources which were useful to human beings in many ways. So this shows the logic of geography. The geography let us know that why people were attracted to land and water, the places where land and water resources were easily available. So it was clearly delineated, means it was clearly shown, it was clearly visible to the poet from those 10,000 feet above the ground, that why people were attracted to live on the banks of these river, and why such plain areas and valleys areas were densely populated. Next stanza. When the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear the earth was round, and that it had more sea than land. But it was difficult to understand that the men on the earth found causes to hate each other, to build walls across cities, and to kill. From that height, it was not clear why. So, coming to the last stanza, the poet tells us that when the jet rose 6 miles high, means 10,000 feet से भी जब ज़्यादा वो ऊपर गया, up to 6 miles high, now it was clear to him that the earth was actually round in shape, which we all know, but we have never seen it from that height, that we come to know that yes, it is actually round. So when the poet reached up to that altitude in his jet, he came to know that earth is actually round in shape, and it was clear to him that it had more sea than land. That means water resources were present in a higher number than in comparison to land. Further, these all things were easy to understand, that earth is round in shape, it had more sea than land, various regions of the earth were divided, various countries were divided into cities, people developed civilization on the banks of rivers for the easy availability of resources. So all these things were logical enough, that why people were doing all these things, why they were settling down in those places. But what was difficult to understand for him was that from the space, or from that higher altitude, he could see earth as a round in shape, as one whole planet. But when he thought about the people living on the planet earth, he thought that people are very selfish. Even though they have got such a wonderful planet, so many resources to use, but still they cannot live peacefully and happily with each other. These human beings are so selfish that they find different reasons to hate each other, to build walls across cities. He doesn't understand that why people have to make borders and boundaries and create big walls and fences around different cities or around different places. Why people want to fight with each other, why they want to kill each other, what is the reason that they hate each other. So this practically implies the situation of the humanity in the country, that still there are people who has religious barriers in their mind. They hate other people, they are selfish enough, they only think about themselves, not even of the planet earth. They finds out petty reasons, different small reasons to dislike each other, to imply that the other religion or the other person is inferior to them. So all these things keeps on happening. So what poet is trying to tell us, that earth is one, it is such a wonderful planet, so why can't we humans be united and live peacefully and happily on this planet? Why do we have to hate each other? What is the need to create borders and differences and boundaries among us, among the cities? And what is the need for the wars, for the fight, and to kill each other, when we can live happily and peacefully with each other, if we embrace each other's natures and each other's imperfections, and accept that we are all humans of the same kind. So from that height, The physical features of the earth were very clear to the poet, and that is why this poem is named as the geography lesson. All logics of geography were cleared when he reached up to that much height in the sky. But the people living on the earth, why they are living this way, why they are such selfish, all those things were not clear to the poet. So I hope that you all must have understood the poem properly. If there is any doubt, you can text or call. Further, along with the poem, PDF of the glossary as well as question answers will be sent, which you have to complete it in your notebook. Also, don't forget to write the poet description. The poet's name is Zulfikar Ghosh. Thank you.